Tryna make her my girl, but I'm never serious. Every time that I make an excuse, you know. Bacardi, you know. Tryna make her my girl, but I'm never serious. Every time that I make an excuse, you know. Ever since I met you, girl, I knew you're the one for me. You just want quality time, you don't wanna spend mine with me. All of the things that you said, I'ma carry to the end of me. As long as the feelings stay the same, as long as the feelings stay the same. The things you told me, the things you showed me, I can't believe that I took for granted. The things you told me, the things you showed me, I can't believe that I took for Bacardi, and I'm patient, you know. Tryna make her my girl, but I'm never serious. Every time I make an excuse, you know. It's serious, Bacardi, you know. You know. Tryna make her my girl, but I'm never serious. Every time I make an excuse, you know. It's serious. Yeah, you're one of a kind. Every day you're always on my mind. Telling me I need to take my time. Even though I feel like you're still mine. Yeah, you're one of a kind. Every day you're always on my mind. Telling me I need to take. Yo. Cool. We live. Alright, cool. So we're back live trading NQ. The Nasdaq 100 index futures. We're back. Yesterday was a good day in terms of we were green yesterday. We actually traded CPI. Today, I've already done a few things on the chart. I've just marked out a couple things. I've marked out London high, I've marked out Asia high, and then I've marked out previous day high, so yesterday's high. Off the bat, I'm waiting for price to run London highs. But yeah, if you haven't seen my kind of rundown of the trades from yesterday, I can do quick ones here. So there was two like good trades from yesterday. I didn't go over the trade that I took yesterday just because it was a CPI trade, and then that's like a whole completely different kind of way of taking trades, especially when it's like during news, etc. But this was the first one from yesterday at around 11-ish. It was actually a 5-minute entry. I don't usually get into 5 minute setups. They take a lot of patience, which is good. But you know, for me, I like the 1 minute more, so I don't really tend to. I don't have as much conviction in the 5 minutes. But this was an amazing trade. A+ setup. We've dropped down into premium. We've taken lots of sell side liquidity. We've got our delivery from this fair value gap, and then we've just completely inversed this fair value gap very quickly. A lot of momentum. The only thing is we did tap into this fair value gap above, so it wasn't really a singular FEG entry, so I'd have to make judgment on that if I was trading it live, which I wasn't because I was done for the day at that point. I was off the charts by that point. So very good. It was a very, very high risk reward, like 1 to 4 I think it was. And then this was the trade that I actually took as well, but I took this on paper trade obviously because I had already traded today. But on that day I already made my trade. But yeah, I actually caught this live on the stream. You can go back and check it out to see my execution, all of that. So we had a nice delivery from this fair value gap, and then we inversed this IFEG. And yeah, with this trade in my opinion is a very good example of good like risk management, because I got in this trade down here, and as soon as we like tapped these highs, I pretty much took 80% of the position out completely, because I had a good feeling that we'd dump after that, because we had a massive momentum push candle, which a lot of the time that means we're going to go fill that again, all the imbalance that I left behind, and then we ended up tapping into a break even, so we got stopped at a break even, and I believe I took the whole position out once I saw this bearish candle to start to push down. So yeah, that was that one trade. And you can see how it wicked down. Like we had a lot of weird price action. Yeah, I might do a PM stream one day. because sometimes I might do a PM stream on a day where like price action was really bad in the morning, right? Because typically when price action is really bad in the morning, in the AM session, which we are 10 minutes away from New York Open, by the way. Whenever it's pretty bad in the AM session, the PM session is usually really good. But anyway, just as we hopped on, I had this, like before I got in the shower, I had a look at the chart and I seen this developing. And if you know the strategy, you should very much know exactly why I'm looking at this at the moment. I'm just gonna highlight this just because that's some nice buy side. But yeah, cool. So just here we have our nice delivery. So we have a delivery and an inverse. We got the delivery down here in the discount zone, and I like it. I mainly like it because we are bullish, right? So we are bullish. That's one reason why I like it. It's one of those ones where we inverse around here and we get a bit of chop. So we get a bit of chop, we come down a bit into drawdown, and then eventually we reach these. This would have been a partial break even. I wasn't on the charts at this point, so we're not taking these. But yeah, it's a nice setup to start the day off. Nice setup to start the day off, in my opinion. Yeah. So we go break even here. And then, yeah, really we're taking partials around here. And then we're probably taking most off here and then getting stopped out. Break even. So, good trade to start the day off, I think. Cardi, you know. Bro, that song is stuck in my head, bro. That song is so good. But yeah, every time we come on live, we always want to set a narrative for ourselves. So the narrative for me today is, yeah, I want to reach towards previous day highs. I'm always bullish. It's funny, you guys always like, I'm always bullish, bro. But we're currently delivering from a 1 hour FEG, which is one reason why I'm bullish. We recently just tapped into discount. We're now kind of like, I don't want to look. You can even just see for the past couple of days, we've been quite positively correlated. But yeah, mainly just this 1 hour fair value gap. I just want to see us push to previous day. Obviously, already taken Asia low, I believe. Where is Asia low? Let me just slide this on real quick. Yeah, already taken Asia lows, really, when you think about it. I like the look of this. Funnily enough, this inverse, but we didn't really get sweep or delivery. So you can see here. So if you're confused about what I mean when I say delivery from a fair value gap, this here is not a delivery from a fair value gap. Why? Because we've closed below the fair value gap. If we had just tapped into it and then traded the other direction, that would have been a delivery from a fair value gap, except this one closed below it, so that's a close. It's not a tap or a delivery. So that's the difference. That's why we don't class that as a delivery from fair value gap. I could have paper traded that, really. Let's just pretend I did. Actually, nah, I don't like it. It's not a good trade anyway. But yeah, with this one we would have just targeted these highs. I think, yeah, this was a new, so this is data highs. So this is a very, like, I think you can have a lot of conviction in trades like these. So this is the only trade where I'd make exceptions. I don't want anyone new to this setup to be making exceptions for themselves when they're taking trades, because you're just setting yourself up for failure. But in a trade like this, when we have data highs above, right, we haven't really got a delivery, but we've got a nice inverse, you can make exceptions for yourself. I'll be honest. In a trade like this as well, I would not even take off any. I wouldn't even take partials here. I'd go break even, but I wouldn't take partials. I'd go break even here actually, because this is, if you can see here, this is actually a small fair value gap. But yeah, no, I'm not taking partials there. Yeah, I'm talking too much, so I'm not even seeing these lifetimes. I need to they need to lock in, bro. I've missed like 2 trades today already. But if I'm being honest, they haven't been like A plus, so we're not mad. We stay patient, really. Okay, cool. To be fair, I might have taken a bit of a small bit position there, to be honest. Cardi and a nigga my god, but I'm never serious. Yeah, at this point I'm taking off like half. I'm taking like half the position because it's like, yeah, we're just being cautious in it. I expect Dodgy to take this. This is his one setup for life. If you don't know who Dodgy is, he's kind of like the trading guru when it comes to IFEGs. He's the one that taught me and everyone else that's like very good at, you know, when it comes to IFEGs and stuff. I'm waiting for him to slap it in his trade recaps, because yeah, that is a yeah, take partials here. Are we gonna get stopped at break even? I hope not. I mean, I'm not in this trade, but like also, I want to point out, right? Never, if you think you're someone that like suffers from FOMO, yeah, there's the break even. Then, if you think you're someone that suffers from like FOMO, etc., like fear of missing out, I want you to. Oh, we actually haven't tapped break even yet. Fair enough. Okay, there we go. If you're someone that struggles from FOMO, at least at the start, when you first start trading, make sure you're, you know, if you've missed a couple trades in the morning already, just hop off the chart, because you're now probably not going to see any trades that are as good as the ones that you've missed. That's number one. And number two, you're probably going to see yeah, you're not going to see trades that are as good as the ones that you've missed in the morning, right? So, and number two, you're going to start taking dumb trades. You're going to start taking those trades that you know are pretty bad. So, for now, like, if you don't have much confidence in your mental when it comes to, like, just not taking trades and not being so, like, oh, I want to make money, I want to make money. Okay, do I like the look at this setup that's forming? No, and I'll tell you why. So, I really like the liquidity sweep is amazing. The only thing is that we've got data highs above. These are data highs, if you don't know. These are highs, like a long wick formed by a data candle. A candle that is caused by news. That is exactly what that is. So with these data highs, you don't really want to be trading in the opposite direction until they get taken. So in this case, I even want to see, if I'm being honest, like, if we get this inverse, honestly, I'd be kind of happy to take that, because data highs almost never, like, data highs rarely don't hit, if you know what I mean. With this though, I'm not, if I do enter this, I'm not gonna put many contracts in. I'll give myself quite a nice buffer as well. Cardi, LinkedIn, And I make a mind go, but never serious. Every time that I can excuse me. Okay, wait. I think did I make? Okay, 9:30, bro. That's what I. Yeah, I almost like. I was not obviously gonna enter that into the inverse, but that's funny because. Alright, this is more like it. So this is usually what we get. I'm very like, I'll tell you why I'm very happy about this. I really enjoy, or I really like the idea that market open is very bearish right now. I really do. Because there's a lot of reasons, right? We have a lot of LRLR, right? We have a lot of trendline liquidity and just in general, just a lot of sell side liquidity. Dropping into this like discounted range allows us to enter more longs. After we had took them data highs, it would have been very difficult for me to get any short term like kind of longs, if you know what I mean. It would have been techie, so we would have had to look for like maybe some shorts up here. But like you said, I'm really trying to trade to London high, Asia high, you know. So So I like how bullish. I like how bearish that was, just to build up some volume in the other side, the other direction. Cardi, you know, empty, you know. When I make a mask of it, I'm never serious. Every time that I make an excuse, you know. So we tapped into discount here. When I say we tap into discount, I'm talking about when we look at this price leg. So this one from this low to this high. Let me change this. There we go. So we tapped into this range. So that's discount. Yeah. Ideally, so that's discount on a more short-term kind of basis. Ideally, I want to see us tap into a more discounted range, if you know what I'm trying to say. So maybe something like this on the data high price leg, right? Which we have already, and I just want to see these lows get taken, and then I'm living, because then I'm able to take some nice longs from down there with hopefully some good RRs. Yeah, just waiting for this low to get taken, hopefully. Yeah, we actually left that high down there. That's kind of annoying. To be honest, I expect price. Yeah, I'm waiting for this run on this data high. Except I'm worried that we left this sell side below. Right, because yeah, we came very close to running that liquidity. But you know, the impacts of market open are still kind of having its toll on the market right now. So we're just gonna let it breathe for a bit. Market open obviously just tapped 5 minutes ago. So yeah, ideally I'd want these lows to get taken, right? Because we came so close to taking them, we tapped into a nice discounted range. I'd want to see some consolidation down here so that we're able to get a long setup from a more discounted range. But it looks like we're just kind of gallivanting up here, annoying me. But you know, it's fine as long as these data highs don't get taken. Yeah, I want to see a more like discounted move. Yeah, there we go, like that. That's exactly what I want to see. But then hopefully this time we're able to loiter down here until the impacts of market open are completely done. There we go. That's exactly what we want. Let me even illustrate this a bit for you guys. So this is exactly what we want here. We want this kind of long-term price leg from this swing high, which are the data highs, and then this swing low. I want to see us kind of consolidate down here, maybe get an inverse there to those data highs. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But to have that, you know, I can't really be I don't want to be seeing none of this kind of news candle-ish price action. So yeah, so this was protected lows just taken. That's why I really wanted them to get taken before we even, because without these being taken, any trade up here is just a bit kind of iffy. Like I'm taking it with a bit more risk than I should have to, you know, because if these didn't get taken, then there's a big pool of liquidity below, you know. So Cardi, you know. Never serious. You know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, so I'm doing a one-on-one mentorship. If you're not aware, pretty much everything will be tailored, personalized for you and your skill level. It's mainly aimed at beginner traders or kind of intermediate traders, where I pretty much want to help. Like, there's so much rubbish out there on the internet now, like so much. Like when you go on, try to learn. Like when I tried to start learning trading like 3 years ago, bro, it was tough, man. Like I was doing like everything that I shouldn't be doing, you know. Because there's so many people out there just thirsty to like just make money off vulnerable like kids and young adults, you know. And there's so much bullshit on the internet. Like you will get sold a dream and then get taught something that literally has zero value to it. And I kind of want to get rid of that, you know. So yeah, it'll be like 4 calls a month. I don't want to go too much into detail with it. I want people to kind of come forward. I've got like a whole presentation for people that are interested. Hop on a quick call with me, quick Zoom call, take around 20 minutes max, and I'll pitch it to you. So yeah. But that's the thing. I only want people that are interested. I don't want to hop on calls with people that aren't really interested. That's why I don't want to go into too much detail. But you know, if you're trying to dodge all the rubbish online, like all the, you know, ICT traders and smart money traders and shit like that, if you want to kind of dodge all of that and just get straight into the things that actually hold value, then I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. But again, I don't really care. At the end of the day, the people that, you know, actually come to try it out, because again, it's a free Zoom call, and if you want to try it out, just email me, and I've got a presentation. I'll pitch it to you. If you don't like it, by all means, I do not want you to do it. Emails in the description. Okay, so this is kind of what I wanted, right? So again, we took these protected lows. I'd want us to consolidate, because I knew it was coming. I knew consolidation would have come, but I wanted it to happen like down here, right? That way we're consolidating in a more premium, in a more discount zone, meaning that we can get setups in a more discounted zone, if you know what I'm trying to say. If you haven't spotted it already, well, here we have a nice fair value gap that we're delivering from. It's always nice to see that. It's always nice, like, I think for me now, when I look at the markets, it doesn't surprise me. But I think when people, again, this kind of ties back into what I was just talking about. A lot of times people will be looking, online, and they'll be looking for things like, oh, let me learn how to trade. And the first thing they should look at is ICT, because then it actually shows you, like, because when I went into trading, I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this, right? ICT will tell you, like, yo, when price drops down into like a fair value gap, or, you know, he'll explain it for beginners, like, okay, when it's a 3 candlestick formation, when the wick of the first candle high does not overlap with the wick of the third candle's low, or vice versa if it was a bearish, right? Whenever price drops into those ranges, typically it bounces off, and it's like, you see it right here, right? You see it in lifetime. And when I first kind of saw these things happen, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, surely this is just a fluke. But no, it's not. It's literally how the algorithm works. It's how liquidity works. It's how imbalance works in the market. So it's kind of cool, man. I think it's kind of cool. So yeah, you genuinely can do stuff in the market and make a difference, bro. As long as you're disciplined. And yeah, that's why we've got here patient, disciplined, and fearless. So it's weird because fearless kind of contradicts these two. I was thinking of changing these. Doesn't really matter. Is it kind of cringy? I don't know. But nah, fearless kind of contradicts these two. So when we say patience, we mean, yo, like, if you haven't seen your setup, don't take no trades. Like, you can see we've had some strong moves down. It's like, you know, some people that are new to trading, it's like, why is he not trading? Nah. I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and he said, I'm not going to name him, but he said, I've never, like, seen this type of trading before, because he kind of trades, like, crypto and other stuff. He actually has an account with FTMO, like an evaluation account, but he was kind of just saying, like, I've never, because he's taken, like, 60 trades on his account already, and I don't know how, bro, but he told me, like, I've never really seen this type of trading before. And it's like, people actually think, like, when you get on the markets, you're supposed to be trading, like, actively all the time. Like, no. You wait, you sit, and you watch the markets. You bore yourself, right? But you stay focused, and you're patient, you're disciplined. So the discipline comes in when you don't take trades until you see your trade. And then, even after your trade, after you've taken your trade and you've won, it's easier to get off the markets, especially when you get to the level where you don't really want to be on the markets. You know, like, let's not pretend that this is all amazing and fun and, like, glorious. I enjoy trading. It fascinates me, right? So I'm, like, one of the lucky people that I actually do enjoy. You know, I don't enjoy this per se, like, just sitting and watching, but I enjoy the aspect that I'm, like, being patient. It will come, and then striking at the right moment. But I don't necessarily enjoy trading. Or, like, you know, it's difficult, bro. It is difficult. It's like taking a uni course. It's difficult, right? But the discipline comes when it's like, when you win, you're like, I'm done for the day. I'm gone. Like yesterday, I was done very early, but I still sat down and streamed for you guys because why not? But like if I wasn't streaming, I was done before market open. Done before market open. You know, in UK time, I think I was done at like 12, which is really good because you go gym in the morning, you come back, you hop on the charts, and you're done like that. You have now the rest of the day to get productive, do other things, focus on your other businesses, etc. So yeah, it's nice. And then on the other hand, when you take a loss, you're still not allowed to trade. So if you take a trade, don't get me wrong, you are done for the day, and it's kind of good to feel like, okay, you know, I'm done for the day, but I took a loss. And it's like, you don't want to end on a loss, but you have to. There's no two ways about it. If you've lost, you know, if you're really kind of teething and you still want to get that market experience, which I still do at this point, like I feel like I can always improve. Of course I can. Like I'm nowhere near the level I want to be, and I'm transparent about that. I always will be. But I mean, everyone can improve regardless, but I still feel like I have a lot of work to do. But what's it called? When you take that loss, if you want to kind of carry on trading, just go on paper trade. Just don't take on your trader rate. Just look at your trader rate as a business, right? Don't listen to the people around you. Oh, have you made money yet? Have you just ignore that, right? Don't talk about your finances. I don't talk about mine. Don't talk about your finances. And then just kind of ignore the noise around you. Don't feel pressured to make money instantly, you know, and just relax and just take trades based on your strategy, etc. So yeah. And then on the other hand, like if you've taken a losing trade, make sure, bro, like think in your head, if I take this trade and it loses, am I gonna regret it after, right? That's why I always kind of tell people, like, bro, if I take this trade here, for example, would I be annoyed at myself? No, I would not, right? Because if we inverse this properly, we have data highs above, we have crazy LRLR, you've taken major sell side liquidity. Yes, there's sell side liquidity below, but like you can't just expect price to drop down forever, you know? So if you regret taking that trade after and you still have to hop off the markets, that's when you're gonna feel demotivated, you're gonna feel like revenge trading, etc. So as long as you're, you know, I do like the look of this long. I already just mentioned why, but I do like the look of this long a lot, to be fair. I'm always going to target these data highs. Whenever we're below data highs, I'm always going to target them. I have to, bro, because it's such a strong liquidity pool. But it'd have to be a nice inverse, strong inverse. So this wick, I talk about it a lot. Thank you for the liquidity wick. When we wick below a high, we run liquidity and we just immediately reverse in that same 1 minute time frame. This is fine, by the way. I want to point out this consolidation is fine. So I'm not in any trade, of course I'm not, but this consolidation is fine because if we push out of this consolidation in a nice kind of momentous fashion, so if we're consolidating like this for a bit and then we get a nice strong candle through that clearly displaces above the consolidation and clearly, like, in comparison to the candles around it, is clearly larger and clearly holds more volume. And whilst in doing that, we've inversed the fair value gap. The setup like this, where we've taken liquidity, we've inversed, and we have data highs above, right? And LRLR. This is LRLR if I've ever seen LRLR, bro. Type shit. So yeah, I really want to see that inverse. I think it's really good. I think it's really nice inverse. I'm gonna check now. The Dodgy would have taken this trade. PM trade recaps. No, he hasn't put nothing on yet. Oh wait, he's not even streaming today. Tuesday. It's reliable. Okay, fair enough. See some of the trades from yesterday from the PM trade recaps. 1 EBA loss, 1 funded win, 1 funded break even, premium day. Yes, I think this was the. What's that? That's a 30-second. Okay, these are all 30-second plays. Okay. But yeah, so for example, if this candle just displays like crazy, that's what we want to see in it. And then our break even would just be here, really, innit? It'd be here at this kind of high, but I'd be a bit more like, I'd kind of had to be more, you know, watch price action a bit. So for the parameters for this trade, I think would be kind of, you know, we take partials at around 1 to 1, probably take a bit more, and then leave runners to these highs, because it would only be like a 4 contract buy anyway. Okay, seems like we're not going to get that inverse. We might get an inverse further down. The further down we go, the better, in my opinion. Yeah, we'll see. I like these. I don't want this gap to get filled. It will get filled, but I don't want it to get filled because I like when we take short term. Short term liquidity is more kind of, actually it's not more or less anything. I like when we swept liquidity here, and then we've come back down and swept this high. I like when we do that because we've displaced lower, if you know what I mean. We've displaced below this high, and then we displaced lower below this high, so we've taken more liquidity in theory. Obviously we don't know how much liquidity is below each low and above each high, but we can speculate based on the outline of the high. Man, I really wanted to see this, bro. I'll be honest, I really wanted to see this LRLR get taken and the data high, but we're just dumping. It might be a case of yeah, this is the Sydney session here. Yeah, London low. Are we gonna take it? Yeah, that's what that is. Okay, I thought so. Alright, so yeah, it looks like it's funny, in the morning I said, yo, let's take London highs, and we've gone and taken London lows instead. Okay. Okay, cool. So London low has been taken. Are we gonna continue pushing towards these lows? You can see, even on the 4 hour, we're slightly consolidating. We're waiting for something like this. I'm waiting for something like that. I've been waiting for that for a long time. Bro, what the fuck? Some guys in the stream. Are you bullish or bearish for today? For the people in the stream? Or are you lot too shy to tap? Looks like we are. Looks like we are. Looks like we're getting for Sydney's low, which is fine. So the session that usually holds a lot of liquidity. So we got Asia session, London. Fuck me, yeah, we're dumping. This is what you call a dump, bro. My word, yeah. So you can see, look how many relative equal lows we have. Like we have just all of these, just all along the same kind of line. That right there is like retail trading. Like that is retail trading food, bro. This is support and resistance at its finest. Look at that. We've just bounced off the same zone like a million times, bro. That is exactly what you get taught. So we're reaching, low of New York low. Yesterday's New York low. We've just, there we go. Okay, so at that point now, are we gonna continue and reach for these protected highs? What do you guys think? I don't know, but it might be a longer trading session today due to what I'm seeing, unless we get an immediate inverse after taking New York's low. I'd rather that. It's 2 o'clock BST. To get into this, it'd have to be an instant. It'd have to be an instant inverse. So I'm talking about in the next 45 seconds. I'd need to see that inverse. Otherwise, it's not valid. Looks like we're gonna close below that fair value gap from earlier. Taking all these, maybe pushing down to these data lows, because we never hit them from whatever day this was, from Tuesday. Yeah, we never hit. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we need to be like, I think it's times like these when we get these candles, we need to be like very vigilant, because we could get a setup at any moment. At any moment, bro. Gee, I'm hungry, bro. Fuck. There's a high chance we get this inverse, but there's also a high chance we don't. I really hope we do. Okay, yeah, we're just dumping, man. Yeah, we're just dumping. Come on, man. This is my last line of defense, bro. There's no way we hit those lows. This fair value gap. Let's deliver from this 15-minute, bro. Let's do it. I still like this inverse, by the way. I still like it, so we can still invest. I'll be happy with it, especially with this run. That's even if it holds. If it does, then fucking hell, that is amazing. Yeah, hopefully this holds as support. If not, I want to see a rejection off that 15-minute and still inverse that. We can inverse something down here or inverse this, but I still very much like the look of that inverse, bro. But the market's not trying to give us anything today, but that's fine. We will test our endurance, test our patience, but ideally I want to see that inverse right now. But I'm wary of this 15-minute below, so completely untapped 15-minute fair value gap right there. And then if not that, if we close below that, then we've got data lows. And then below that we've got fucking, yeah, we've got, what's that, 10th of fucking March, bro. Then we got weekly low, Monday's low. This is fine. This like low momentum movement is fine, because when we get a nice push out of that, trust me, you're gonna see the impact that usually has. That's what we need to see. We need to see a great momentous move out of this consolidation through this fair value gap. I'm still kind of wary that we tapped into this 15-minute without, oh sorry, that we didn't tap into this 15-minute. We got so close to it, but I like this sweep. And then of course, I like this sweep. Again, all these relative equal lows, this is retail trading food, bro. Like, this is exactly what ICT teaches, bro. Below these lows are many sell stop losses. So, oh shit, we got the inverse. This is exactly what we're waiting for. So now this is where the patience comes in. You want to stay patient. You don't want to get in. You want to wait for the inverse to close, of course. Always want to wait. Hopefully we don't tap into that fair value gap, because that could kind of, I think I'll still get in here, but we don't want it to do that, just purely because we're then gonna, yeah, because now we can't really get in this. But I think I'll still get in regardless, you know. And I'll leave my buy stop. There we go. Cool. So we're gonna take partials again around 1-to-1. So if this loses, again, we're not mad at this. We're not gonna regret a trade like this. This is an absolute A plus. So 1-to-1 would be around like here. Probably take partials like up here. And then leave the rest. I don't know. Not even leave the rest, but like, we'll see. Yeah. So one reason why taking a trade like this isn't ideal is because we should be break even at this point. So if we push back up above our entry, we are going to go break even. And I'll tell you the exact reason why, right? So whenever we tap into another fair value gap after an entry, we should not be entering the trade, right? But because I like the look of this setup a lot, I'm going to do it. And then there we go. That's exactly what we want to see. Is it gonna take off first? So we're gonna go take partials up there, stop at break even. We're gonna delete this, and we're gonna target all the way. Let's see, I want to target that. It's gonna be tough to get there. We've only got one contract in. We only entered 2 contracts, so it's gonna be a bit of a techie one. But we'll just see what price does. But yeah, this is A plus, man. This is like absolutely A plus. I think my stop loss has just disappeared, bro. Don't do that. Do not do that, bro. Do not do that. But yeah, hopefully we are able to get up a bit. Maybe see, I'm just gonna watch price action really. But yeah, this is absolutely A plus, bro, if you ask me. But we didn't enter much contracts purely because of that tap there, so we're probably gonna get stopped out, the rest break even, but hopefully we can carry on up. That would be great. MNQ. But yeah, exactly what I said would happen. We would consolidate down here, then get a nice momentous move out of that consolidation. And is that exactly what we got? Hell yeah, that's exactly what we got. And those are the trades I talk about, bro, all the time. Come on, man, give me like another push. But yeah, that is textbook. In my opinion, what I just took is absolutely textbook, right? We even took short term. This thank you for the liquidity wick is exactly what we want to see. I might close out the rest of the trade here. Just see what price does for a bit longer. As much as I am targeting these highs, I just don't think we're gonna get, I don't think we're gonna get there, bro. I don't think we have enough momentum in the market right now. We'll leave it in though. I think we leave in this last one just for the odd chance that we do get a push a bit further up. I don't even think I would hold to those highs anyway, so we'll just see what happens. If we do get stopped at break even, it's a conscious decision that I made, so I wouldn't be too mad at it. But look, I do see us consolidate, right? So again, that push out of that consolidation is coming, but whether we get stopped at before, we'll never know. So but yeah, I'm gonna make a video on this because I literally did call out on live that we'd break out of this consolidation with a nice momentum candle. So yeah, the whole reasons for these trades are very simple, right? We got a nice yeah, we did, we took all this sell side liquidity, which is what I called live. I said, yo, we take all this sell side liquidity, then we got a nice sweep. You can see this thank you for the liquidity wick, and now we're done for the day. We've already taken partials, so I've just left one in because I I want to see if we are able to break out of this consolidation the same way we broke out this consolidation here. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Hopefully we do. If not, is what it is. But we're done for the day. So we're green today, green yesterday, green the day before. So we're getting some good price action. But this, honestly, this is A plus. Like if you don't see this as A plus, then I think you need to study the what's it called? You need to study the concept a bit more and the strategy. Again, a great way to do that would be to email me. I've got a one-to-one mentorship loading. Couple spots left. I'm not trying to take on too many people purely because of the fact that it's literally me. It's every single plan is going to be personalized to, you know, that specific mentee. So yeah, rest is going to get stopped at break even. Or not. We're getting edged here, guys. We're getting fucking edged. We're getting edged. There we go. Wait, it's entered. It just entered me into a fucking cell. What the fuck? Come on, G. Alright, there we go. So we're done for the day then. We're gonna run through this trade real quick. Yeah, textbook trade in my opinion. I don't know why it entered us into a sell just before. Oh, I think that was I think I know why. Doesn't matter. We got out quick. So like I said, whenever you've taken that one trade of the day, you're done. Hop off the charts, or if you want, you could even hop on paper trading. TradingView have free paper trading accounts. But yeah, premises of this is that we took sell side liquidity. I literally said start of the day, I said, yo, we need to take, like, if we take London lows, if we drop down into a more discounted range, which is exactly what we did. We dropped down into a very discounted range. You know, the range was probably like from here to here. We've got previous day highs, previous day lows, or even no, that was Tuesday's lows. Dropped into a range of premium discount, which is where we want to take longs. So take longs and discount, shorts and premium. Every single bit. So we got sell side, sell side, sell side. This is even a protected low, sell side. The only thing I'd say about this trade is that we left an untapped 15-minute fair value gap lying below. But I was okay with it, right? I was okay with it because we seen this, right? This kind of last second confirmation before the trade hit, where we get this wick, right? We get this wick, it wicks below this this low, and then we get a thank you for the liquidity wick, and we push up and we inverse, right? I literally said, if you go back in the stream, I said, yo, we're gonna consolidate here. I want to see a consolidation here. It's completely fine to see that, because when we get a candle that has a high momentum, high volume in comparison relative to the candles that have been consolidating, it's a confirmation that we are pushing out of that consolidation, right? And then when we get a close, to be honest, this is like my trademark setup, right? We have the trademark kind of textbook setup where we get like a V-shaped inverse. But for me, I always like seeing these consolidations, right? Because you just got to be patient, right? You just got to be patient. You know, you see price kind of push down here, you're thinking it's going to tap into the 50-minute, and then boom, we just inverse. And that's what you got to be patient when you get these trades opportunities, because yeah, man, it just comes, honestly, to be fair, it just comes by like market time and experience. So yeah, we probably are eventually gonna push up to these this LRLR data. If you don't know what LRLR is, it's low resistance liquidity range. It's basically trendline liquidity. It's just a fancy name for a trendline liquidity. Yeah, you can see now we are expanding up. We're probably gonna touch these highs, but I knew that we were probably gonna tap into our. It's just kind of like, it's just one of those things. Like when you're trading, you'll realize, like, bro, you think it's like 50-50, bro. It's not. It's actually not. You need to make the odds go in your favor. And in this case, like, I kind of knew that we'd get stopped out at break even, but it doesn't matter because we still made money. That's why it's important to take partials at all points. So we take partials up here because, again, like I said, after we've entered down here, you know, you can't be sure, you cannot be sure after you've entered down here, your confluences have completely changed after we've moved up here. Like, because you wouldn't enter up here. If you wouldn't enter up here, why are you not taking partials, you know? Some people may have taken that trade and they've not taken partials. And you know what's happened? They're either up right now, I'll be honest. They're either up right now a lot, or they've got stopped out of break even. It depends on their risk management. But me, a lot of the times, after we've taken our next draw on liquidity, we need to move our stop loss up to break even. Reason being is because a lot of the times if we don't do that, we'll end up getting stopped out, right? So you can see now, like, again, confluence is completely correct. We got the inverse. We're green for the day. We don't care about anything going on now. I'm actually going to hop off the charts now. Share got some work to do. We could paper trade for the rest of the day, to be honest, but that's up for you guys. You guys should do that. Go paper trade, go back test. Back test is really important. So yeah, man, done for the day. I'm just gonna see if this high hits. I just want to see. I'm curious. I'll check off stream. Cool. So we've been streaming for 1 hour 2 minutes. So not a long day today. Honestly, we got a nice chill day. Caught a trade after 10, just after 2. So didn't have to wait too long for it. I'll be like checking the charts for the rest of the day. I definitely think we need to go hit these data highs at some point, bro. At some point. But yeah, cool. We are done for the day. Is this gonna hit before I close the stream, bro? It probably will. That's a banger trade, man. I wouldn't even lie. That's a banger trade. It's fucking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Bro, it's not magic, man. It's ICT. ICT, bro. Tap into it. Seriously. Big man, Tim. We're getting edged, bro. Let me end the stream, bro. Fuck me. Waiting for these highs to get taken. I'm just very curious to see. Even though we're not in this trade anymore, we actually already took partials, got stopped at break even, but still want to see. Cardi, my God, this is serious. Gaza GX. I only trade M and Q. Obviously, I use MES sometimes for SMT divergence, etc. But strictly M and Q. Index futures, so I don't trade no Forex pairs. I used to, so yeah. GM, by the way. Good morning to you too, bruv. I think that's what you're saying. Good morning to you too, bro. Are you what? You're in America then, I'm assuming, because it's actually like lunchtime for me. It's 2:19 for me. But yeah, now it looks like we are gonna hit these highs. There we go. Highs are taken. But yeah, no, I used to trade. Oh, you're from Jamaica. I got a couple boys from Jamaica. But yeah, like I used to trade GBP USD, also Euro USD, and honestly the IFEG kind of setups and strategy, they work the same. M and Q is just, it's more like positively correlated. It's easier to trade in my opinion. The price action is just better. There's no reason really. I also like using what's it called? I like using Apex, the prop firm. Very good prop firm. But yeah, looks like we are gonna, yeah, we hit our TP, we hit our target. Again, like I said, we were out of this trade here. We took partials here, could stopped out at break even. But listen, it's always important to stop yourself out at break even, because even if like we get a nice push up afterwards, it's about risk management. It's about making sure, you know, 9 times out of 10 we could have gone down here and hit our stop loss. We just gotta be you know, risk management, bro, discipline, bro. Like I don't care that we've gone up and hit our TP, our full TP now, right? We had one more contract in here. We're green for the day and we're done for the day. That's our one trade for the day. People want to start joining the live now after an hour, so I'm debating whether I should paper trade for the rest of the day, but yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go over this trade in my Telegram. I'm gonna put the Telegram in the description if you want to join that. I kind of go over trade reviews, etc. I'd like some more people in there that actually have some passion about trading, because if you have a look at it, I mean, me and my boy have been active in it for quite a while, but yeah, we do a lot. We do a lot in here, mainly for people to kind of come in and learn. But I'd like some more interaction, ideally. Some people that are more kind of into trading, more passionate about trading. So yeah, I'll slap it in the Telegram, my bro. Yeah. Cool. Alright, cool. So, love for you lot for tuning in. That's the trade. We're done for the day. Again, I'm going to put the Telegram in the description. I'm going to go over this trade, reasons why I took it. I already done, so if you want to just go back in the stream, I spoke about this trade. Live execution was all there. I'm not sure if you were there for that, but yeah. Love for tuning in. I'm gonna be live again tomorrow in God's grace. So yeah, peace out, you lot. Peace out.